I came a long way. 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 Yeah, 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 I came a long way. I came a long way.
What's good with y'all boys, man? Hope y'all feeling. Let me turn this down for y'all. My fault. Hold on. There we go. Hope y'all feeling good, cause I'm feeling good. It's like now I'm feeling great. So hope y'all feeling great. So today, coming at y'all really with a little yin and yang video. Reason why, recently I just got this nice little yin and yang necklace. Also just got this this tourmalinated quartz. Tourmalinated quartz bracelet. It basically represents the light and the dark of the universe. All the light and the dark of the universe. It just really represents that, basically representing yin and yang. Now, why is yin and yang important? Why, do I kind of value yin and yang? Because really, yin and yang is everything. Yin and yang is everything around us. Without yin, you can't get yang. Without yang, you can't get yin. If you don't really know what that means, it's really just, balancing. Balancing, from light to dark. Balancing from, good and bad. Balancing from masculine and feminine. It's a balance. They complement each other. You know what I mean? They balance each other out. You feel what I'm saying? Without one, you really can't get the other. You know what I mean? Too much of one thing is going to result in the lack of the other. Too much of the other thing is going to result in the lack of the other. When I first heard about yin and yang, I was a freshman in high school. I heard it from actually my global teacher, my social studies teacher. He was the first person that introduced me to it, and I was like, damn, that should really make sense. I forgot what the example was, but he was just talking about good and bad, and he's just doing yin and yang. He basically was explaining like that's life. You know what I mean? Yin and yang. So really, yin and yang, like I said, it's a balance. It's a balance between negative and positive, or what's more known in common, masculine and feminine. You know what I mean? Think about it. Everything is yin and yang. Everything is yin and yang. If you can't get sun if you don't have dark. You know what I mean? There's always going to be day, but there's always going to be night. Feel what I'm saying? It's a constant battle. Not really a battle because they complement each other. So it's not really a battle. It's just they complement each other. Without one, you're not going to get the other. If it was just straight daylight all the time, you wouldn't know what it feel like to be night. You know what I mean? If it wasn't nighttime all the time, you wouldn't know what it would feel like to be day. You feel what I'm saying? So it's always, they complement each other. They balance each other. Feel what I'm saying? So, basically yin and yang, it also helps you manifest the universe. It's a constant manifestation. I mean, like I said, everything around us is yin and yang. So, they're opposing forces that complement each other that manifest really the universe. So, the black really stands for the feminine side of things. That's kind of what the black represents. And the white side really represents the masculine side. Now, why is the masculine and feminine important? I'm probably going to get a little bit more details in a little bit, but really just to shorten it real quick, if you want to master your energy, if you want to master your kundalini energy, really master yourself, you have to master your masculine and feminine energy. And the reason for that is because if you're just straight masculine, if you're just straight, alpha, it's always great to be alpha, of course, you know what I mean? But if you just don't have no soft spot for any type of person, you know what I mean? You just, don't show that little feminine type of empathy and caring about a person, you're just going to be straight masculine, master, you know what I mean? Alpha, straight alpha. And that's cool. But like I said, too much of anything results is just as bad as too little of something. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get into more details to really carry it out and show y'all. So really to look at it, every yin carries a seed of a yang, and every yang carries a seed of a yin. Whether you think it or not, if you're feminine, you have masculine in you. You just have to expand that seed. And if you're masculine, you have a feminine in you. You just have to expand that seed. Everyone carries that seed within us. Whether you were born really more masculine or more feminine, you carry that seed. So what the yin represents, right? Yin really represents passive, empty, low, cold, dark. You know what I mean? Really just non-being, non-activity, non-productive in a way. You know what I mean? Yin, that's what really yin represents. And then yang represents light, warmth, height, long, fullness, aggression, speed. You know what I mean? It represents being, more towards being and stuff like that. You know, a lot of us, we probably gonna look at yang and feel like, oh, yang is the shit. You know what I mean? But yin is very overlooked, because like I said, without the yin, you can't get yang. You know, in the same way, vice versa. Yin is very overlooked. You know what I mean? Just, you know, some examples of yin really is just like, you know, think about just a regular ass fucking, a regular ass mug, right? You have a mug. Picture a mug right now. You have a mug, right? What is the mug made of? Solid, hard. You know what I mean? That's yang. That's all that stuff about the mug is yang. But think about the mug is useless if it's not empty. That's yin. You feel what I'm saying? That mug is useless if it's not empty. You know what I mean? At that point, it's just like a solid figure. That mug is empty without the yin. So, basically, you know, another example of yin examples like an empty room. If a room isn't empty, how the hell are you ever gonna walk into any room? That represents yin. You know what I mean? Yin is very overlooked. You know what I mean? Yin is basically, you know, the basic aspects of life. You know, settle. Really not being. Really not doing too much. This is kind of like when you're in like your meditation state. You feel what I'm saying? You're more like in a yin kind of factor. You're not really doing too much. You're not being. You know what I mean? You're still. You're one with the earth. And the earth represents a lot of yin. You know, think about water. You know, water, if there was no wind, you know what I mean? If it was just chilling, it would just be very still. You know what I mean? But without that yang, that warmth, that energy coming in, that activity, that's what creates waves in the ocean. Yin Yang. You feel what I'm saying? And same thing with regular people in life. A lot of people think, you know, if you're not active, productivity, doing shit, you know what I mean? If you're not doing something all the time, you know what I mean? You're not going to be doing shit. You're not really taking care of yourself. Which is true for a lot of things. It's true. Like I said, though, if you're doing it too much, constantly, 24/7, you know what I mean? You're on go. And you don't have time to settle down and take time for yourself and just be still and subtle. You're gonna throw yourself crazy because you're too much yang. Without the yin, you know what I mean? You can't get yang. Without the yang, same thing, you can't get yin. You know what I mean? And like I said, they regulate, they support each other, they balance each other. You know what I mean? Too much of one side will result in that was a little loud. That shit was getting a little loud on niggas. Now I got the little yin and yang meditation in the back. But like I said, too much of one thing is just as bad as too little. For example, think about driving, right? When you drive in a car, if you got your foot on the gas, that's just as bad as if you just, you know, driving slow as shit. You know what I mean? Too much of one thing is just as bad as too little. Think about relationships. You know what I mean? A lot of us fellas, you know, we love when a girl is on us and cares about us and, you know, is outgoing. But if they're too clingy, if they're just too much of that shit, that's too much for niggas. Niggas get uncomfortable. Same thing with business. If you are outgrowing person, you know, that's cool. But if you just straight, you know, real energetic, you know what I mean? Buy this, you're gonna love it. Niggas not gonna wanna fucking buy from you. You know what I mean? It's too much. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is yin and yang, bro. I could give countless examples, but everything built in this world, everything manifested is yin and yang. That's why if you can master yin and yang, you're gonna also master manifestation. You feel what I'm saying? Think about it, bro. Money, too much money. You know, you feel like, you know, you gonna have all the money in the world, but then you just, you know, you're gonna fall in love with money. Too much of it, not giving it out. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be good for you. And same thing with like food. You know what I mean? Think about it. You know, the last thing really is that, you know, you need bad to embrace good. You feel what I'm saying? You know, a lot of us, you know, we say all the negative things about the world, shit like that. They wish the world was completely good. Even me, bro. Like, I wish the world was completely good. You know what I mean? But the reason why I believe that and I want that is because I've seen bad. Without me seeing what bad is, I can't measure what good is. So because I've seen bad, because I've seen people shooting people, fighting, you know what I mean, seen people harming others, talking shit to others, because I've seen and felt all of that. I felt what that felt like. Now I want good. See, you gotta feel the bad. You need the bad in order to feel the good. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with food. Like I know what bad food tastes like. I know what dirty ass food tastes like. I've seen dirty ass food. So now when I eat good food, I embrace it. I love it. Cause I've seen it. I've seen the balance of it. Without that bad food, we wouldn't know what good food tastes like. You feel what I'm saying? So, and same thing with money, bro. You're only considered rich because you have more money than someone that's broke. You know what broke is. So because you know what broke is, you know what having money is like too. If everybody had money, who the hell is to say any of us are rich? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, because we have the broke, you understand the rich. You know what I mean? You can embrace it. You can accept it. You're like, okay, that's what I want. You feel what I'm saying? So everything really has a yin and yang. And back to what I was saying, really with the masculine and feminine, you know what I mean? You really have to master your masculine energy. You know what I mean? For our fellas, like, you know, a lot of us fellas, you know, we get to our masculine energy, especially from in tuning ourselves. We get to master our masculine energy, but then we don't master the feminine energy. The feminine energy is what matters too. You feel what I'm saying? You can't have one without the other. Too much of one is bad. Too little of one is also bad too. So you got to balance it to really master your kundalini energy, to really master your God form of yourself. Same thing with our females. A lot of females, they just straight feminine. But listen, you can't be getting stomped over. You got to know how to hold your own. You feel what I'm saying? Hold some weight. Hold your ground. That masculine energy from that seed that's in you. You have it. Just master it. So that it's a balance. So that you can live your life in harmony and balance, and you can manifest a lot better. You can manifest a lot more things. If you don't really know a lot about manifesting, tune into my last video. But this also goes into it as well, yin and yang. So that's really why I fuck with yin and yang. That's why I got this shit. That's why I got my little baser right here, my quartz. You feel what I'm saying? But that being said, bro, really master yourselves. Really recognize, you know, the good and bad, negative, positive, good and evil. You know what I mean? Masculine and feminine. You feel what I'm saying? Light, dark. Sun, moon. Day, night. Tall, short. Fat, small. I could go on and on, bro. I could go on and on. Bro, yin and yang is even in our families. I'm sure you even have a good side of your family, bro. I'm sure you even have a good side of your family, and then you have a bad side of your family, the kind of negative side of your family where, you know what I mean, they're just not as good as the other side. You know what I'm saying? They might be more on the negative side. We all got it. Yin and yang is part of all of us. You feel what I'm saying? So really just master it. You know, because you know what bad is, you could become good. Straight like that. But that being said, bro, please take care of yourselves, bro. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all taking care of yourselves. You know, hope y'all learned something new today. And really just, you know, tap in with me. Let me know what y'all trying to hear more about, and I got y'all. But let me know. That being said, bro, you know, it's up, it's stuck, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch ya.